What's up? This week we have a bit of a different Gunpla video. So I just moved, so all of this Gunpla, some of this is backlog, like right here and a bit here, a bit up there, some in those bags I think, maybe. But this is mostly built Gunpla, so I need to unpack this, so I figured I would make a video about it. And I'm just gonna highlight some of the good ones, and I'll just show you some of the ones that are just like, they're not horrible, they're just not like anything too special. But yeah, I figured I would just start grabbing stuff off the shelves on camera and then just start taking it out of its box. Yeah, so I figured let's start up here with the RGM79 Gym. So there's nothing to be said about this kit that everyone ever has not already said. Pretty simple kit. Does the job of being a gym pretty perfectly. Since we just did the gym, I'm gonna do the entry grade new Gundam, which is a pretty solid kit. It's nothing too special, but for an entry grade, it's actually pretty nice since it kind of towers over most mobile suits, as a regular new Gundam would. The new Gundam, so what was right under it was pain in a box. This is the high grade Universal Century Gundam based limited unicorn Gundam perfectibility. So this sucks. I hate this. It looks awesome. You know, especially in the promotional images. Wait, hold on, that's the other side. In the promotional images, they make it look amazing. Look at it, it's so cool. When you get it out of the box, it's a plastic hand grenade. These wings on the back, these things love flying off. And then it does come with a ton of really cool accessories, but these wings alone kind of ruin the whole thing for me. You could honestly just glue them to one pose, but I don't really love gluing posable parts, because then you can't, pose them. Alright, so after actually taking this thing out and putting on an action base, I think that was the thing I was missing. So I was planning to just put this as B-roll over what I was saying earlier, like I've been doing with the rest of the Gunpla. But this one I just realized, like, it's not even that bad if you put it on an action base. I think what I was missing was an action base. So I just had this guy on the ground, standing. But with an action base, this guy's actually pretty decent. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Alright, on to the next thing. I'm gonna make this quick. This is literally just a silly little Haro. It's basically perfect. It's everything you could want from a Haro. It's just a clear green guy. I'm actually not going to cut. I'm just going to move straight on to this Gundam Thronanes from 00. So this guy is actually pretty cool. He has that awesome cannon on his shoulder. And I don't love that it's rubber, but the rubber actually works really well. And it's like a magazine from his shoulder thing going into the cannon. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, let's get this. But yeah. Wait, honestly, should I just do this all in one shot? Yeah, no, you guys are seeing me have monkey neuron firing moment on camera. Alright. Next up, we got the Gundam Astray blue frame. This he's okay. He's kind of disappointing. He looks the part. He gets the job done. My build of him could have been a lot better, but yeah, this guy's not terrible, not amazing. I wouldn't really recommend him, but I also wouldn't say don't get him. Alright, and then next up for this row is the Infinite Justice Gundam, and this guy is actually pretty sweet. This must be a revive version or something, I don't really know. My sister got this for me. I never actually went out of my way to buy a seed kit other than the Black Knight Squad Calrea. Seed is pretty cool, I just haven't really decided to buy much yet. I usually just buy Universal Century mostly. But, this guy's actually pretty cool. He's got all the awesome features. Can do basically any pose you'd want him to do from, like, the anime. But, yeah, pretty silly guy. Alright. Now, on to a pretty good kit from an absolute banger. This is the high-grade ground Gundam from Gundam the 08 MS team, aka the best Gundam show in my opinion. But yeah, it's got a ton of awesome accessories and stuff. And it can do some pretty decent posing, but it's a really nice kit. I love this kit. And it's based on my favorite Gundam series. You should definitely watch it if you haven't. Absolute banger. Alright, and then on to a silly guy. This guy is it's a great mold, but it's a clear color, so it's automatically a little worse than the normal. But this is the high grade ARC-78-2 Beyond Global for the 40th anniversary of Gunpla. This guy's pretty decent. It's just, I don't know. I do kind of wish I had the normal color of it, but he's pretty cool though. He gets the job of a clear Gundam done as you'd expect it to go. But yeah, it can do a lot of great posing. This kit's actually really amazing. It's just, I wish I got the normal color instead of buying that one. And then we have the Gundam-based limited metallic gloss injection ARC-78-2. This guy is really awesome. It's just the Revive ARC-78-2, but it has metallic plastic. And normally these metallic gloss injections I've come to learn don't usually look as good as this guy. This guy looks really great. I love how it looks on this one. And then there is something, not the Chinese Zodiac Gundam. There's something real special. The high-grade Universal Century High New Gundam. This thing is a banger. I love this kit. This is based on the Char's Counter Attack. Why did I say attack? Char's Counter Attack. Pardon my bad grammar. Based off the Char's Counter Attack manga. Yeah, but this kit's a banger. It's way cooler than the normal new Gundam that's in the Char's Counter Attack movie. Yeah, this kit's an absolute banger. The fin funnels on it are awesome, and the different beam saber effects and stuff are so cool. This kit's like one of my favorite ones ever. Alright, moving on to some IBO kits. So right here we have the Yujin Rebake, which is basically just like it's kind of like General Grievous. I don't think I still have the photo, but I took a photo of this guy's General Grievous because it's just like General Grievous. Cause it's like the same armor color, and it's got like 4 arms. It's basically him. But like seriously though, this is a pretty cool kit. Not much else to say on it. It gets the job done. It looks like the Gyujin Rebake, and it has the special feature. Alright, then we have the Kamari's Trooper, and also pardon if I butchered the name on this one. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. It's awesome. He comes with a giant lance, which I love. It's like a lance, like a Gyan, but it's way cooler than a Gyan's lance because it's way bigger. And he also comes with a stand, which is so nice. I love when a kit comes with a stand in the box. And he transforms just like in the anime. And it looks so sick transformed, and it's so different from anything else on your shelf. Like, it stands out so well. It's so cool. Alright, here we have the Build Fighters, the Schwarzer Rider. Or Schwarzer Ritter. This thing's pretty cool. My favorite part about it is just that it can have the giant sword. But this thing's a pretty gnarly kit. And also when you don't have the sword, it gets these awesome like black and gold wings. But yeah, this kit's really cool. Definitely would recommend. Oh, here we have another banger. We have the high-grade Denial Gundam, also from Build Fighters. This one is sweet. This thing is super cool. The energy effects on it are awesome for like the hair and the wings and stuff. And I love the punching and kicking effects. It looks so good. Yeah, this kit is definitely a banger. But yeah, let's move on to the other side. And maybe at the end I'll get into a little bit of backlog. I'm doing B-roll, and I remembered I forgot to grab out Oh, that's fine. I forgot to grab out this guy, the entry grade ARC 78-2 Gundam Base Limited Gundam. And then we also have the Gundam Base Limited Sinanju Mechanical Clear Color, Master Grade. And then everything around it is Backlog. Yeah, this kit's kind of a banger. It's a big one though. I'm not going to be able to pull this out with holding the camera in my hand. Now on to the other side. So at first we're going to start with this top area. Then we'll do these bags, but we're going to do these guys before the bags. So to start off, we have this guy. I already took him out. I brought him to Comic-Con with me. I'll throw the picture up here. But I lost the commander fin, and now he looks so stupid. I'm gonna see if I can get another one from Bandai customer support. It's unlikely, but it's good to hope. Then we have the real grade MSM 07S Zagok. This kit is a banger. It looks amazing, but unfortunately it has that MS joint system, so it's realistically not going to last me too long of having good integrity. Then we have the P Bandai Quattros Rick Dios. And then for up here, this is Backlog, this is Backlog. This guy is built. I have the video on my channel. You should go check it out. It's a banger. Actually, I'm going to put up banners for the videos. Alright. This one's also a banger. The ARC 78-3 G3 Gundam. This one is super sick. It's the 3.0 ARC 78 mold. And that mold is super cool. I love that mold. It is a lot of the time kind of overhyped, but it's cool. And then this is a mix of unbuilt action bases and action base trash. Alright. Then we have Sugai's Gelgoog. This kit is awesome. The G-Quox kits, the engineering on them is super cool. Then we have the Real Grade ARC 78-2 2.0. This kit is such a banger. Then we have the RGM 79G Gem Sniper, which is just the ground type Gem Sniper. It's a banger kit. Now onto the bags that were on the shelves. So there was this unicorn. We don't talk about what happened to that unicorn. So I'm gonna start pulling stuff out of here. So right here we have this kit. I love this kit. This is the Gundam Astray Red Frame Flight Unit. The wing set on this thing is awesome, and it has the katana, which is so cool. I kind of just love when they give a mobile suit katana. Mobile suits with katanas are awesome. Alright, then this real grade Zaku. It's a okay kit. It's the real grade Zaku. I already had that out of the box. I didn't want to mess with it that much because it has the MS joints, just like the real grade Zagok. And then here we have the high grade Calamity Gundam. This kit's awesome. It's got the giant cannons on its shoulders. You know, like the most iconic thing about the Calamity Gundam. And it has the bazooka. It also has, which is pretty good. But this thing's overall really cool. Great kit. It gets the job of being a Calamity Gundam done perfectly. Here we have the Gundam The Origin ARC 7802 Gundam. This thing's an amazing kit. Even better if you get the normal color. I've messed around with the normal color one a bit. It's way better than the clear color. The clear color is just cool because it's an event limited. You know, it's like you can only get it at cons and stuff. But this kit is an amazing kit. It's super cool. But yeah, that's it for this bag. Next up, we have probably the most exciting bag for me. We have the bag filled with only Char suits. So starting off, we have the high grade Universal Century Revive MSS Success Zaku. This kit is a perfect Char-zaku. It's everything you could want. Maybe you just want a little more detail, but for a Char-zaku, it nails it perfectly. And then next we have the high grade Universal Century Zagok. And this has all the same things I said about the Zaku 2. It's a perfect Zagok, everything you'd want from a Zagok. I do actually like the real grade more, looks wise. This one is more like it'll last you longer. But say if you wanted a more detailed Zaku, here's another amazing Zaku kit. The MS06S Zaku 2 Red Comet version. It's the Gundam The Origin Zaku kit, and it's a great kit. And because they use 3D models to animate the show, this is perfectly accurate to the show because they used the 3D model from the show to make it, as well as to make its predecessor, the MS05S Zaku 1, which is it's the Zaku Char used before he got his Zaku 2 in Gundam The Origin. And this kit's also awesome, and I love the magazine that's being like fed from the backpack. It's super awesome. And it's just got a way different head to a normal Zaku 2, so it's a nice change of pace. And then we have the Hayaku Shiki, which is technically Quattro Vaginas, but we all know that's Char. And then the MS-14S Gelgoog. So this high grade, it gets the job done, but I would love for them to make a revive or a real grade of the Gelgoog, because this is not as detailed as I would want it to be. I'd want a much more detailed Gelgoog. This guy is not cutting it quite for me. It is pretty good. It gets the effect of a Gelgoog done, but it just could be better. This is it. This is the last of the Gunpla that has not been unpacked. This is all what's left to be done. So starting off, we have a pretty much immaculate kit from my favorite show, the Easy 8. This kit's an amazing kit. I love the looks of it. It also poses pretty decently. It could use a revive with maybe some less polycaps, but otherwise it's perfect. I'd love a real grade of this kit, actually. That would be awesome if they made that. But yeah, it's got all the accessories you could want, and it's compatible with some of the accessories from the Ground Gundam too, which is really nice. But yeah, overall banger kit. Love it. Alright, here we got something really cool. We have the entry grade 711 New Gundam. So this thing's exactly the same as the entry grade New Gundam. So it's a pretty decent kit, but it's 711, so it's like funny. It's sillier. It's better. Alright, here we have a super unique kit from the newest show. Hold on, let me get this. Modern problems call for modern solutions. Alright, we have the high grade G-Quox. G-Quox was a banger show. A lot of people have mixed opinions on it. I thought it was really good, but undeniably the kits are amazing from it, and this is not an exception. This one poses amazing, and the details on it are pretty cool. And also the way they incorporate the Evangelion design language into the Gundam design language is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really cool kit. It kind of, if you haven't seen the end of the show, you can like skip the next 10 seconds, but like it kind of sucks they didn't have the Endymion unit like the last episode, or like the energy ring things. Alright, here we have the clear color Gundam Death Scythe from Gundam Wing. This kit's pretty cool. It looks really good for a clear color. Usually I don't love clear colors, but this one's actually pretty cool. And then we have the entry grade Strike Gundam painting model. So this is entry grade Strike Gundam, but it's just all white. It's a pretty cool kit. It's an awesome idea that they have these kits that are like white. I would love to get that the entry grade New Gundam painting model, because I think that would be a fun one. Or the painting Zaku. That would also be a really fun one to do. Because I would actually paint one of those up. I'm not going to paint this guy up. Then lastly, we have... Not that... Why does it have to be like this? Alright, here. Lastly, we have the RX-78-2 Revival version. So this is just like the original model kit that was originally released when Gunpla first started, except it is snap to fit and color separated instead of being glued together and one solid color. And it was for the 45th anniversary of Gundam. This year's the 45th anniversary of Gunpla though. But yeah, awesome kits. This one is pretty cool too. It gets the effect done of looking like an RX-78-2, but you know, it's obviously pretty janky because it's just the original design. Through my full built collection, so I figured now I just do a little bit of my backlog because this is what my future videos are going to be. So I figured it'd be worth showing my backlog. So first of all, we have the RX-78-2 version GFT. So this is the statue that was at Gundam Front Tokyo before it became Gundam Base Tokyo. And then we have this first grade Zagok, which is like a snap-to-bit version of the original Zagok kit. And we have that for the Char-Zaku. Also for a weapon set, we also have the Revival Gundam, but it's a G3 Gundam, and it's themed around the J-pop group Linkle Planet, and it comes with like a CD. I think it's a single. I'm not 100% sure though. I just thought that was cool that it came with a CD. And then we have the movie release of the Destiny Gundam Spec 2 and the Rising Freedom, and they're both clear colors. And then here we have the P Bandai Zaku Desert Type Pink Panther Forces, which is based off the British Special Forces team, because they had this, I think it was a Jeep, I'm pretty sure, but it was in pink, so it could camouflage in the desert, because I guess pink is good for desert camouflage. And then we have the Aerial Solid Clear color, which is like, it's kind of like the normal Aerial, but it comes with some clear parts, and then some parts are normal. And then we have the Aerial Rebuild to go with this, and then we have the Calabarn to go with these two. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to build these three. I'm going to build all these three in a row. So I don't know when I'm going to do that, but they're going to be all in a row. Then we have this right here, this big guy. The Gundam DPO-3S from Stardust Memory. This is the master grade of it. So I kind of forgot that it existed, because in my head, I have the mobile armor it connects to. Like, that's its own separate thing to any mobile suit in my head. Like, someone had to remind me, oh yeah, that's from the mobile armor in Stardust Memory. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So this thing looks pretty cool, though. I'm pretty excited to build it. I haven't built too many master grades. Then we have the Black Knight Squad Calrea. This thing I bought because this white and gold color scheme is awesome. I would have gotten it just for that, but these wings make it even better. I've seen so many reviews and I've seen a lot of display models and stuff of it. It's so awesome. I can't wait to build this thing. It looks so cool. Then we have the MS-06F Kokoro's Doan Zaku. It's kind of covered by the price tag from Jungle. This thing, it looks awesome. It's got some of the plating already battle damaged, which is pretty cool. Makes it look a lot nicer than a lot of other battle damage you can do. I could do myself. I'm not at that level of skill to do it amazingly. Then we have the Gundam Base colored Hara. Got this at Gundam Base Tokyo. He's just a Hara. Pretty simple Hara, just a blue one instead with a Gundam Base sticker. And then this is the solid clear Barbatos from Iron Blooded Orphans. I think I'm going to save that to build it around when Erder Hunt comes out. Unless I get through the backlog before then. Then I'm just going to build it. Yeah, but that's all the stuff on this side. But then on this side we have the first grade Gelgoog, which is like a snap-to-fit Gelgoog. And then first grade Zeong, which is a snap-to-fit Zeong. Then we have the P Bandai Char's Zaku 2 high mobility type, which was in Kokoro's Doan's Island for like 2 seconds when Amuro's having a nightmare about Char. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I can't wait to build that. We got the MSO Success Real Type Zaku. This thing's I'm gonna do a ton to it. I'm gonna weather it and stuff. Stay tuned for that video. That one's gonna be a pretty in-depth one. We have the MSO5 Zaku. So I have the MSO5S, the commander type, but this is when Char first joins Zeon, and he's not a high enough rank to get a commander type mobile suit. Then we have the metallic Gundam the Origin Zaku 2, which will char Zaku 2 specifically. And then we have something that I'm so excited about, the Master Grade 3.0 Arc 78 CA Caswell's Gundam. This thing looks so awesome in all the pictures I've seen of it. I can't wait to build it. It looks so cool. And then we have the Arc 93 New 2, or the High New Gundam. This thing looks amazing. I love the high grade, and I've heard amazing things about the real grade. And real grades are almost always better, in my opinion, than high grades. Except, like, the Zaku. And for what I've heard, the Zeta, too. But, like, just looks-wise, like, I know the Zagok isn't as reliable as its high-grade counterpart, but it looks better still. But, yeah, that's the backlog. I do have, actually, I have a couple of these trial kits that are unopened, but those will be fun to open. And now I'm just going to show off my shelves now that they're refilled. Here are the shelves. These are looking pretty good now. This is my first shelf, and then here's my shelf with a bunch of more Gundams. It has all my Granddaddy Gundams. Here's my Xeon shelf. It's pretty small. I should probably get more Xeon suits. But then here's my Char shelf, my favorite shelf. It's got all my Char suits. I can't wait to finish my backlog just so I can have filled up Char shelf with a bunch more. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will have a new video out next week. See ya.